We will see a new storm very soon, and it is threatening a large population area. I'll go over this tropical cyclone, its possible name, and how strong it could get, where it could impact in this video. It's CBF Cyclone Monday, November 17th, 2025. Invest 97S currently has 35-mile-an-hour sustained winds and a high chance of development in the next 24 hours. I do expect this to develop, and this name is going to be a little bit confusing. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So usually for the rest of the Australian, for most of the Australian region, they go by the Bureau of Meteorology. And this year it'll start, or this season it'll start out with FINA. It is alphabetical order, however, it just leaves off from where it was the year before, or the season before. The season starts on July 15th, or the, not calendar, but the year for the naming starts on July 15th, but they do carry over from what it was the previous tropical cyclone year. And then the season started, I believe, November 15th, so usually it would get the name FINA. But if I'm going to show you the coordinates of the system. So 10.36 degrees south, that's it'll be on the bottom left of your screen. And then 130 degrees east. Because of that, back to here, the Tropical Cyclone Warning Center in Jakarta is most likely going to name this because this is north of 11 degrees south and is forecast to continue traveling north. This will, because it is north of that 11 degrees south area, and then it is in between 90 degrees east and 145 degrees east, it is most likely to get the name Bakung. If it dips below that 11 degrees south, however, it will get the name FINA. So it really depends on what happens. The naming's complicated. I don't really know why, but again, it's most likely to get the name Bakung. The forecast models on this system, starting with the Google AI forecast model, they show this developing tonight, which I would not be surprised if it does so early tomorrow morning. This does already look very organized, and then they show it reaching almost Category 1 equivalent status. That's a high-end tropical storm. And then almost Category 1 hurricane. Parts of their models show it getting stronger, Category 1, 2, 3, maybe even almost to 4. The Google AI model is showing that this will get relatively far from Darwin as it reaches its peak intensity. That's a city of about 140,000 people. And the Google AI model this year has been very accurate. This is a relatively new model, and the National Hurricane Center has been using a lot in the Atlantic. And again, it's been very accurate, so this would be a smart thing to rely on. The GFS forecast model, they show this moving further north and then likely getting the name Bakung as we go into tonight, into tomorrow morning. And then they show it hitting Darwin. Again, that's a city of about 140,000 people. And then they show there's this little island right here, which if it does make landfall there, it could take a little bit of intensity from it, and maybe make things a little better for Darwin. And that would be really the only thing helping it. This isn't forecast to get too strong, maybe hurricane status at least by the GFS. And then the European forecast model does show this taking a very similar path. So it's either going to be a Google AI model, which has been very accurate, or two models, which are usually pretty accurate, not as good as the Google AI, showing the same thing. So we'll see what happens. Again, it should move further north into tonight, and then tomorrow should start to move south. We can expect impacts by Saturday. So this will be a rather slow-moving system, and then impacts continue almost into Monday. So yeah, a very slow-moving system. I will likely be tracking this for a long time, and I will be tracking you all the way through it. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.